G'day everybody. I want to talk about the government's common sense on things sometimes. And here's one point of the government's common sense on things. People need relaxers, right? Something to wind down on. We do have it out there. We've got cigarettes, alcohol, all sorts of nature things to help people relax. Most things out there, because it's just a relaxer, are legal, and some things aren't because some people can't control themselves, and that's the biggest problem why we don't have much freedom. Is the government talks about how us the people can't control ourselves, so the government controls us for us with that, which is sort of understandable if they're right. But the problem is the government's not right when it comes to a lot of these sayings, and I'm happy to debate them with it. Here's one thing that's not right. They offer a drug that's worse, and it can make people do the stupidest things, and if they have too much of this drug, the government will come and lock you up and punish you for having too much of this drug. Alcohol. It makes you literally don't remember what you done. It makes you be completely a different person, violently or funny. And you can easily overdose it on it by just smashing down 5 little shotties if you're not a drinker, and then see yourself in an hour. It's very easy. Creeps up on you. Get drunk all of a sudden, right, people? And yet the government says that they need to tax marijuana, which is a plant, right? Every substance comes from plants. Everything's a plant. And marijuana, the worst thing it'll do is you'll laugh. You'll think everything's funny, relax too much, and go to sleep. You'll never do something so stupid where you might drive a car, go, hey, and be a bit sleepy and stuff like that. But that's nothing like an alcoholic could drive a car. So if someone got really drunk to someone who got really stoned, an alcoholic is way more dangerous. And it's a proven fact, right? And you can overdose on alcohol and die. You will fight on alcohol. The government doesn't like you drinking too much because they can't talk to you, right, on alcohol. And yet they legalised it. Makes no sense, does it? And yet they do these rules to help us. Here's one that I'm talking about to help us. They've raised the cost of cigarettes and alcohols. The alcohol, I get that one because of what I was just talking about. And now they're trying to get people off alcohol. So soon they won't have alcohol at all as a relaxer. You get it? That's going to be the next thing the government tries to attack in the end. They'll prefer you to have a pill, obviously. I prefer you to have a pill or a cookie or something from marijuana when it comes to relaxers. It's one of my top favourite relaxers. And it helps people heal as well. Okay? So with all that common sense, where's the common sense in the government besides they just hate something? Because if something does not come out, or someone doesn't like someone, it's usually because they secretly hate it. They've got a thing with it. It's either that, or they hate that plant so much that they won't have to make so much money. It's when I come to the money, because marijuana is easy to just do yourself. You can dry it and use that product in many ways, and you don't need so much machinery like you do with alcohol, right? And it's not dangerous. The plant won't blow up, and it won't blow up drying it out either, right? It's so much safer. So the only thing I can see is that the devil doesn't want us to have it. That's how I see it in the end. I'm like, someone's holding it back. There's something wrong with this area. And it's obviously the devil. So whatever country has it that holds it back, doesn't allow it to be out and whinges about it, but yet has alcohol and other things. So they're the biggest hypocrite, aren't they? Have the devil that don't want people to have this particular miracle plan, as you can put it in the end, because it can be used in so many different ways. So in the end, I say the government's hypocritical. They rather have a drug that causes more problems than a drug that they tell you that's illegal. So it makes no sense, does it? At all. And then they give you a test that the test is mostly used for other drugs. It can't detect that drug properly. It detects other drugs better. but yeah, they can use it because it can detect that you've had it. But that's not a system you use to pull people over in a car to see if they can drive or not, is it, people? But yet they use it. And then when you go to court, they will tell you that you're dangerous for up to 3 to 6 months because it's in your system. They can register it. You know how you can register an alcoholic, and then the more you're an alcoholic, the longer it'll take to come out of your system. And they'll say, oh, the alcohol is out of your system completely. We can't detect that you've had alcohol. You get it? That's the system they're using. They're not detecting that you're off your head and you're dangerous. They're just detecting that you've had it. And then they can't even explain to you, to your face for real, that they're right. They just say, listen to me and I'm the law. And that is not right, is it, people? And that's all I've got to say. I've got the proof of all that if anyone wants to see it. And if anyone wants to open their eyes to the world and to the government and how they trick us. Right? Because we elect the government. So we the people can fix anything. But instead of whinging and whining, we need to fix it. And I see that when it comes to certain little things, that we've got so much to say and what they're doing is so wrong, we've got so much to say about that, then why can't we debate this subject until it's solved? It's as simple as that. The only way I can see it not getting debated is people don't want it, or people are getting paid to not do it. Have a good one, people.